Howdy, Possum Patty, and the entire Soggy Bottom bunch here. Yappers, as you can see by the angle of the sun now, the season has changed, and it's the time when the sun starts coming through the window at a lower angle, so you can see how dirty the window is and also how dusty the tables are. Because when that sunlight comes in, all that dust just sparkles everywhere, doesn't it? Well, I did it again today. Yes, I came in and I sat down and I was thinking about doing the page for Wally the Warty Pumpkin, which is here somewhere. Where is he? There he is. And I looked out the window and the sun was shining and a big breeze came along and all the colorful leaves started coming off the trees, and I grabbed the camera and I went outside. I'm walking around the yard. I'm just taking some pictures and walking up and down the road doing my little hashtag Walktober. What a lovely day. And then I got around in the back over there where my milkweed patch is. And wow, did that get overgrown with a Japanese stilt grass, I think it is, and a couple of other things. And the goldenrods were all falling down on top of it. And yeah, took off my sweater and I started pulling weeds and digging and looking around. And the pods on the milkweed were opening, and the beautiful little seeds with the little fluff were floating away. And oh, it was just a gorgeous afternoon. And I got out a shovel because the seeds looked ready to, the seeds were ready to fly away. So I got out a shovel and I started digging around, and I put some of the seed pods in the ground and some seeds going everywhere, actually. Yeah, well, maybe I'll do a journal page about that. Anyway, so yeah, I came back in and I was like, okay, where was I? I have my pumpkin that I made yesterday. I want to do a page about the Stonington Gardens that we stopped at on the way back from a pink possum dress adventure. Yeah, so this was like a little side trip. The GPS takes you down these little windy back roads. I don't know why. It's not a route we ever would have taken, but it went past this beautiful place, right? And we got Wally the Warty Pumpkin over here. And I flipped through the journal and try to decide what page to put them on. And I think I'm going to use this little page over here. So I just went in the other room to print out a picture of Wally and all his brothers and sisters, all the other pumpkins at the farm. And I think I just might make a pocket and do my journaling on the back of Wally and slip them in there. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. So come on along. If you're a new possum peep, welcome, welcome. This is my October journal that I made last year. It's a wooden piece from the Dollar Tree that I decorated like a haunted house, but it's a funny haunted house. It's got super fun characters in the windows, as you can see. Not scary at all. Little ghosty at the door there. I do have some skulls and skeletons and spiders and snakes in here because to me that's all nature. If you're a longtime possum peep, of course you're very familiar with this journal and all the adventures in here. I have a lot more to put in here. So I decided that I would use this page, but I made the picture almost too small for Wally. I might have to leave a little bit of a white edge for gluing down, so I'd be sure to get this in and out of the pocket, but we can do that. No problem. Yes, so we were on adventure and we came across this little nursery, Stonington Gardens. And I said, oh, Mr. Possum, stop. But he had to turn around, and you know, he's not always happy about turning around, but he did. He turned around. I'm going to eyeball this like that. And they had the bestest selection of pumpkins ever. I know, right? It was like they had your sugar pumpkins. Oh, I could almost hang that out like that, couldn't I? Maybe a little bit. Maybe like that. Would that work? All right, not much margin for error here. So we pulled in, and when we got there, there were a couple people there, but they had their cars parked in the back, because in the back is where they had all the mums, and you know, they were picking up these big mums, so their cars were out back. So I got this beautiful shot of the front of the nursery with all the pumpkins on there. And the first pumpkins that we saw were these little sugar pumpkins. Now these are the pumpkins that you might make a pumpkin pie from. Although they do make pumpkin pies out of the long neck pumpkins. And to tell you the truth, out of the 1,000 pumpkins there, I don't remember seeing a long neck pumpkin. And then they had what we call the Connecticut field pumpkin, and those are your, you know, traditional. I put glue all the way to the end. I wasn't going to do that. Can't walk and chew gum. Can't record and craft at the same time. Okay, so we'll wipe that off. Thank you, Ollie. Yeah, so the Connecticut field pumpkins are the traditional, you know, big orange pumpkins that people like to carve. And then there was a whole table of ghost pumpkins. Those are the white ones. And then a few huge tables of every kind of pumpkin that you can possibly imagine. The Cinderellas, the warty ones, there were yellow ones and green ones and white ones and tan ones, and a gourd. Got a swan neck gourd over there. It was amazing. Well, I had all these videos on my phone, so I made a short, and I'll link the short so you can see all the pictures. I know I've been making these shorts lately because I literally have 10,000 videos on my phone. Literally 10,000. And I'm like, well, why don't I just, you know, as I go along, make some shorts and upload them to YouTube and move on, right? Gotta move on. All right, let's see if Wally's gonna fit in here. Oh, snug as a bug in a rug. Look at that. Possum perfect. All right, I'm gonna let that dry. Do I need anything else on this page? I could put something, you know, a little kind of border across the top or the bottom. Well, think about that. Oh, I have this orange sparkly ribbon like this. That might work for a pumpkin page. All right, I'm going to move that out of the way so that can dry. I'm going to do my journaling. I was thinking about just writing on the back of this. This is the warty pumpkin that I did, Wally's portrait. This is Wally's portrait, see? And back over there. It is on, I think, inexpensive watercolor paper, and I used the Crayola Super Tip markers, washable, in a painty style, a watercolor style. But now I'm thinking, wait, hang on a sec. Now this is black notebook paper, and I got this at the flea market, but I haven't shown you this haul yet. but I can't resist using this because I was thinking, what paper could I use to put on the back of this that I could write on that would fit perfectly in a haunted house journal? And I was like, oh, the black notebook paper. Yes, why not, right? So I think I'm going to glue that paper to here and then just do some journaling on the back. Now it says on the package for this that it's good for gel pens, but I also have a Signo white gel pen. So I'm going to glue this down and then cut this paper, and then we can try out a couple of different gel pens and see what looks good on this paper. Now this is very thin. It even feels thinner than regular notebook paper. It also feels shinier. The glue stick should hold it just fine. And then we'll have a play with some pens. And then I'll do my journaling. Stick that right down. Today's the perfect day to go out and enjoy some October sun. I hear there's a little maybe snow or sleet forecast in upper New England. Usually by the middle of October, New England starts getting a little bit of snow. Even down here in Connecticut. Yeah, we've had Columbus Day snowstorms. But the weather's supposed to be good at the end of the week. Going on a little vacay with the sisters. That's going to be fun. Look how nice that is. All right, let's see. What's going to write on here? It says gel pens. Gel pens. I've got liquid gel pens, but they're kind of dark. I've got to go into the closet, I think. Now, these are Sakura Souffle, made in Japan. And they come out pretty dull, but then they brighten up. So let's see how they're going to look. See, it almost looks like it's not there, but that will change as it dries. And I have these Sharpie art markers. I wonder how they would look because I got this. Oh, it's kind of thick though. Yeah, I don't think. Ooh. Wow. Yeah, that really shows up. Oh, they're called Sharpie Creative Markers. It might be hard because I don't have a really big space to write. Oh, wait, do I have fine tip? Wait, hang on. Dump them out. I think I got some of the thicker points. What's this one? And some of the thinner. Ah, okay. This is Sharpie Creative Marker, but with a different point. Still a little thick, but thinner than the bullet point. Could try that. Now, if I had a great big space to write in, these would be perfect. But unfortunately, I've got a journal on this little space. And you can see that these are starting to show right now. It takes a long time to dry. Decisions. Oh, a regular gel pen, you say. Oh, let's see. I hear you yelling. I hear you yelling. Try some different gel pens. Try more gel pens. All right. Got the Uniball. These look great, but the points are just too thick for the space that I have. I'll remember these though when I go to use some more of this paper for decorating in my haunted house journal. So I grab, these are liquid gel pens, which may or may not show up at all. I see nothing. I see nothing. And these are the white ones. All right, I think we're going to go with the Signo Uniball white gel pen because it shows up really nice and it's thin enough that I'm going to have enough space to write on this paper. So I did my journaling October 10, 2024. We stopped in Stonington Gardens to see their display of pumpkins and scarecrows. There were thousands of different kinds of pumpkins, gourds, mums, and scarecrows. I picked out little Wally, the warty pumpkin, to take home. Very simple journaling, yes. You don't have to always write poetry or very deep, meaningful prose. You could just say what you did today. That's all right. It can just be very simple. Very simple. I'm just going to glue this ribbon down. Yeah, I went over to get the ribbon and I thought this orange check would be a lot of fun with his green stripes in the background. I was thinking, I don't know. I have leaves too. But I like the way this orange is popping off the page. So I'm going to go with that. And I am going to put it at the top and bottom. Although there seems to be a little bit more room at the bottom, but that's okay. Move this over. You can see the sun's coming in. Sun's coming in on the table right now. Someone asked me about my glue stick. I use Elmer's Craft Bond Extra Strength Permanent Bond, acid-free, photo-safe, non-toxic. And I find that it works better than the school glue or the washable type. If you're the type of person that wants something to stay down after you've glued it down, use the permanent bond, not the washable school glue. There's a couple other really good glue sticks out there too. I've also found that this glue stick works good with ribbons and fabric. I'll put some on this ribbon and gotta make sure to get it all the way to the ends so it doesn't curl up on me. Well, it did take me quite a while yesterday to actually make the pumpkin, even though this seems like a very simple, quick page. It did take me 2 days. One day for the pumpkin and one day for the pocket and the journaling. Oh my, do we need bling? Oh, now this ribbon looks plain, doesn't it? Should I leave it? Should I put something on it? Do I need to look around some more? I've got lots of things. I don't want anything too big. I've got all these cut apart, die cut sort of things, and there's a lot of Halloween, but there's also fall. These look kind of big. That's cute. Oh, little leaves that I made. Oh, that's crazy. I love that. I know I wasn't going to do a Halloween-y thing. I was going to stick to a fall pumpkin, but oh, These are just too good. Candy corn. Wow. Gonna have to do a candy corn page. Oh, here's a skeleton holding a pumpkin. I like him too. Oh. All right, I was gonna stick to the harvest theme, and now I'm getting into Halloween-y things. Oh, and this says autumn. All right, put the Halloween things away. We're gonna do harvest here. Oh, here's a little bird. Oh, that's cute. Okay, let's go with that. Oh, when I went over there to grab that bag, I grabbed this one too. And I was poking through it, and look, isn't this an awesome dangle? This was gifted to me a while back. And it's like pink Halloween. It's possum pink Halloween. She made this. Okay. I'm going to glue these two things down. And then I wonder if I could poke a hole through here and put this dangle on here. It looked like I inked around these two. I'm just going to put a little Fabri-Tac on here. Okay, now I want a bling bling to put right there. Because I like layer, 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 layer. The paper, the ribbon, the tag, bling bling. Layer, layer, layer. That's what I like. Let me see. Oh, these are pretty. These like pearly half rounds. Just like that. I'm going to go right between the signatures and see if my crocodile will punch a hole in here. And then see if I can get that. Get a very small hook. Although I could put a ring in on the spine and then hook that to it. Well, I think that went through. But I think now this is too small. Yeah, I'm going to have to find something big, a ring to put in there. And then I'm going to clip this on. And forgive me, I forget which Halloween swap this dangle came in. It was on this pink card, and it was in this bag, so I think it came with these things. So if this looks familiar to you, please let me know in the comments below if it was you, or I'll try to look it up on my videos. All right, now I have to find a ring or something to put in there. Well, Wally now has his own page in the journal. He's got his warty portrait there and a nice harvest scene on his journal page. It says autumn. I know I kept trying to stick spooky things on there, but I wanted this one for Team Harvest, yes. In a spooky journal, I wanted one for Team Harvest. Oh, and well, for Team Halloween, we do have a dangle. We've got a dangle on the outside of the Haunted House journal. Isn't that fun? The skull is pink on there. It just makes me laugh. Look at that. Well, thanks for coming along today for just a little play in my October journal. Happy junk journaling. Bye-bye.